right. Good evening. Happy New Year. Welcome. This is our Soul Center midweek meditation, which I know if you're tuning in, if you're sitting here, you know that. And I'm Reverend Keith. We are getting ready to continue. We're going to continue the momentum into this new year where we continue to perpetuate and expand goodness. And all intentions and all resolutions we're going to give them the largesse to move into the highest expression of good, and our meditation practice is key to that. So as we get ready to move into meditation, for those of you who are in the sanctuary, if you could make sure, double check that any cellular device you have is either off or in meditation mode, also known as airplane mode. For our beloved love streamers, if you could just make sure if you're on a cellular device that put it in Do Not Disturb. And as we get ready to go into Do Not Disturb, we're going to begin with our reading and our evocation.
Good evening. My name is Susan Donovan, and our reading tonight is from The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Have you ever experienced, done, thought, or felt anything outside of the now? Do you think you ever will? Is it possible for anything to happen or be outside of the now? The answer is obvious. It is no. Nothing ever happened in the past. It happened now. Nothing will ever happen in the future. It will happen in the now. What you think of as the past is a memory trace, stored in the mind of a former now. When you remember the past, you reactivate a memory trace, and you do so now. The future is in an imagined now, a projection of the mind. When the future comes, it comes as the now. When you think about the future, you do it now. Past and future obviously have no reality of their own, just as the moon has no light of its own, but can only reflect the light of the sun, so are past and future only pale reflections of the light, power, and reality of the eternal present. Their reality is borrowed from the now. Let us turn within and pray. How grateful I am for this now moment. How grateful I am for how we've chosen to come together in this way, to celebrate our lives and to relax in the moment, in the presence as we meditate. How good it is to know we can drop into this beautiful part of our spiritual practice, close our outer eye and open our inner eye to see within, to close our outer ears and open our inner eye to hear within. How grateful I am in knowing there's one thing taking place, that divine presence that is always creating, always bringing forward. It is in back of it all creation, all existence. How good it is to know who and whose I am, as I am an expression of this divine creativity, as is every other person on this planet. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the decision for all of us to come together in this way, to celebrate our lives in meditation. And it is truly a day of celebration to do this. And in this, I take this word and I release it to the law, and so it is. Amen.
Amen. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Susan. Just marinating in the energy of prayer and knowing that meditation and prayer are like twins, each holding a connection to the whole and having unique vibrational frequencies. And prayer is where we acknowledge the eternal and we're speaking our word and allowing the omni-activity to have its way. And meditation, as Eckhart Tolle was referring to, the now, is moving into the presence. It's the difference between the present and the presence, where we begin to really feel the nowness. To me, this is what nowness or the presence feels like. It's spacious, it's timeless, it's the essence of freedom, it is creative, it is an impulse that carries life force, it feels very vibrant, very alive, and yet it's soft, it's so soft and gentle, but there's a power in the softness. And in that power and in that softness comes a clarity and a faith. And when we move into this transcendent state of being, we are able to connect with and go beyond. So now, as Eckhart Tolle was referring to in the reading, and that presence doesn't negate the possibilities as we look into the quantum field. And what we bring into the nowness or the present through the presence, we're choosing to do the highest, greatest, grandest version of that. And so if you were to look at, in the Buddhist teachings, in the sutras, in the Zen teachings, one of the cornerstones is non-attachment. And when you have those trace elements that connect us to the past, those create attachments. So if I have unforgiveness, if I have feelings of betrayal, worthlessness, any kind of residue from guilt or shame, those are indicators that I'm holding on to something and I'm tying myself tethered to the past, and it's only from there that I can project something into the future. As we allow the energy of transmutation to cleanse those attachments, then we start to understand the real meaning of freedom, the real meaning of infinite benevolent potentials and possibilities. And as we're still riding the wave of the new year, which we're going to allow newness and freshness to continue, we're going to utilize that. When we go into meditation, we automatically are transcending time. And there, from timelessness, we can look down at space and time, our own lives, and we can start to say, this is where I'm going to bring in a release. I'm going to let go of patterns and habits that are connected to ideas and beliefs of the past, and open to the liberated experience. I've had many mystical experiences. Some have been triggered by being out in nature. Some have been brought forward in prayer and meditation. Some have been brought forward by a mystical experience of the passing of a loved one, where all of a sudden the energy of their release was so enormous. And if you're very clairsentient, you'll pick up, and all of a sudden it dissolves the illusion of time, and all of a sudden you feel the spaciousness and the freedom and the timelessness. And that's, in essence, what we're doing in meditation, and remembering that we're moving to a place where it's not so much our practice is evolving into a way of life, so that you're in this lucid state of divine awareness. So it is a cumulative effect. The more we have our practice, the more the cumulative frequencies build, and then all of a sudden you're experiencing mystical frequencies of timelessness and clarity that are so profound that a wisdom that knows beyond intellectual knowing will reveal to you the secrets of creation, of life eternal, of the divine, and we're going to just allow that to be. That might sound, I don't know how it might sound to everybody, it might sound big, but the good news is we're just going to relax. We're going to relax, and we're going to open to that, and when we open into that field of timelessness, I'm just going to encourage you, if there's anything that needs to release, we're just going to let it go. We're given permission. Any attachments to the past that do not serve us, we will let go, and we will allow a holy revelatory knowingness to illuminate our minds and really get to play in this field of the human adventure. So we're in agreement as we move into the meditation. Just making sure, once again, if you came in after the announcement, to make sure cell phones are either off or meditation mode. Our intentions are, we're going to let this be the best, deepest, most delicious, most transcendental, most profound most illuminating, revelatory, rejuvenating, relaxing meditation ever. We're going to be undisturbed by anything of the inner world or the outer world, and we're going to allow a deep sense of freedom through the channels and meridians of our physical, emotional, mental bodies to have its way and really feel the presence of our own divinity. We're in agreement with that?
Yes.
Yes, love streamers. Good. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bring down the lights here in the sanctuary as we are ready to begin. And as always, we begin by giving ourselves permission to relax, saying to ourselves in our minds, I give myself permission to relax, to rejuvenate, and to open to the highest forms of revelation, the eternal energies of peace and love, a palpable experience of beauty and joy, of harmony and tranquility, as we allow these energies to wash over us, rise up from within us, feeling a convergence of liberation, as we gently and slowly allow the natural circadian rhythms of our physical, emotional, and mental bodies to effortlessly return to homeostasis. As we allow our breathing to return to the spaciousness, the freshness, the depth of the full breath, the inhalation drawing in waves of peace, serenity, and joy, and the exhalation letting go of any constriction, tension, confusion. Just observing your breathing. Intending and allowing the breath to become deeper, fresher, wider, all on its own. I invite you to bring your awareness to your mind's eye, and solely through intention, allow it to open, attuning with right seeing, insight. As the inner eye opens, you may feel tingles on your brow. You may see a phosphorescence of light flowing in and out of colors waves. You may just see darkness, or symbols, or scenery. You may see an eye with an eyelid open and look around. Knowing that as our clairvoyance, the inner eye opens, it is only to the visions of the soul. We allow the inner ear to open as outer sounds and distractions fade further and further into the background. A keen sense of alignment with the still small voice of the soul, allowing the whisper to become clearer and louder. And allowing the surface mind to let go. Let go of the past and the future. And as those energies fade, as thoughts and figuring evaporate, a wisdom beyond words begins to illuminate, merging and converging the surface mind with the higher mind. The mind of God, of our soul, of the absolute truth. And every cycle of breathing is taking us deeper and higher. And I invite you to feel the energy of freedom, timelessness and spaciousness. As these energies flood the physical body, vitalizing a wave of light flowing down through the top of your energy field, washing over your crown and scalp, and flowing through your mind's eye, throat, tingles of light as all the cells illuminate with freedom, timelessness, spaciousness, flowing down into your shoulders, through your biceps and triceps. As density evaporates, the shimmering light flows through your elbows into your wrists, fingers, you can feel it washing down through your chest and shoulder blades, and the heart, syncing and linking with the soul, flooding with the timeless brilliance of freedom and an effervescence of joy. You can feel the organs, your rib cage, the bones, flooding with light, rejuvenation, flowing down into your solar plexus, down your spine into your middle back, an overwhelming sense of truth, flooding the vitality, making its way into our stomach, adrenals, pancreas, down into our lower belly and lower back, sacrum. You can feel it flooding your hips, and kidneys, and root. Everything is opening. Everything is deepening. Everything is rising as the freedom and timelessness, spaciousness and vitality flow down through the hamstrings and thighs, the calves and shins, and into the heels and toes. The body light. The eternal rhythms. Homeostasis. Flowing from the physical to the emotional. To the mental. The entire auric field, like a starburst of light. I invite you to feel the energy of creation, source, the infinite, your soul, and it is here that we bathe, marinate, and relax in the stillness. I invite you to connect, commune with the highest form of radiance of your human experience. That your entire body, personality is flooding with a purifying light of holy radiance. Requalifying, invigorating, and allowing the experience of being in human form of angelic light. No efforting, no trying. You may feel tingles of integration. As a convergence takes place. The edge of your human energy field. I invite you to notice waves of light rippling out. From your heart through your entire energy body and out into your body of affairs. Enveloping all relationships, dissolving illusions of separation. Feel the perfect blueprint of mutual magnificence. Between you and your family, friends, colleagues, you may begin to feel the energies of cooperation, a compassion that surpasses intellect. Harmony and symbiosis. Synergy and reverence. Feel the presence of your soul that is seeking you. Feel the freshness, the newness, the nowness of the eternal. You begin to notice the dissolution, the evaporation of the other. Oneness is matriculating through your entire being. We're going deeper and higher in freedom. Spaciousness. Vitality. I invite you to feel an energy rising, a courageousness, an enthusiasm, optimism, faith, a trust that you are always nurtured, always supported. Everything necessary to thrive, to anchor the presence, to be revered, satiated, rising. Some refer to this Kundalini rising as the energy flows down, it rises back up, empowering, with innocence, with self-love, with divine receptivity. Elegance, patience, courageousness, a bi-directional flow of energy washing down through your crown to the bottom of your energy field at your Earth star. Oh, another energy is rising up from your Earth star to your soul star blessing each other at the center point of your heart, the nexus. And we choose to allow an expansion of the eternal frequencies, of divine energies, we take a moment and we allow ourselves to steep in gratitude. Knowing the highest divine idea of our life that is seeking to express with freshness an omniactive flow of life force that is effervescent, that carries bliss, we take a moment, we allow the continuation, the benevolent evolution to grow. We recognize that that which we call the universe, God, Dios, the One, the Creator, Jehovah, Choda, Adonai, we open and allow ourselves to be overwhelmed with peace and purity, overwhelmed with the energy of the truth. I am a divine emanation, formed from the light and the heart and the mind of God. And I am grateful for our time together, outside of time, and that we continue to ground and anchor timelessness, spaciousness, magnificence, brilliance, beauty, love. We've anchored it, we have grounded it, we have given it permission to be in this life, in this body, right here, right now, in all dimensions of all incarnations. We simply agree to allow it to be good. Agreeing by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so as we come back into a lucid state of timelessness and deliciousness, for those of us who are here in the sanctuary, if you want to open your eyes, you're more than welcome to. And we're going to bring the lights up here in the sanctuary. Welcome back to those of you streaming in, those of you here. If you need a little extra grounding, you can take opposite hand to opposite knee, give a little squeeze if that works for you, or just press your feet into the ground, or sometimes even opposite hand, opposite shoulder, whatever works for you. And we're just coming back. As always, you know, it's the new year. We're back on our regular schedule of midweek meditations. And so we're also celebrating our 12-year anniversary here at Soul Center. Our founders, Patricia Griffith and her daughter Jessica Suselik, said yes to the divine idea of a spiritual community over 12 years ago. It took a year just to get the doors opened. But 12 years ago, we opened the doors in January, and what a wonderful place it is to just come to know you. Basically, that's what our spiritual community is. to know the spiritual truth about you. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. If you'd like to make a donation, the information's coming up on the screen. For those of you here, you're welcome to make a contribution in the donation box at the back of the room. You're welcome to use the QR code or whatever's up on the screen. For those of you at home, obviously, those are the ways, the electronic ways that you can make a contribution if you'd like to. You know, Monday through Saturday, we have our daily affirmative prayer on Facebook Live. So the Soul Center Facebook Live, that's a way to get a little zap of affirmative prayer at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. So if that calls you to join, if it works out for you to join us live, you can do it on Facebook Live or in the Zoom room. Not everybody's on social media, so you can join us by logging in. Go to soulcenteroc.com if you want to join in anytime. We would love to have you there. And we, of course, all month long, we are going to be celebrating our 12-year anniversary. This Sunday, we're going to have a special State of the Center. A little more jazz, a little more fun, a little more juice than before, and because we're evolving. So if you want to join us after service this Sunday, we're going to have food and refreshments in person if you want to join us. And I believe we'll be live streaming it too for our love streamers from around the globe. And stay tuned. We got a rejuvenation coming up on the 18th here at Soul Center. We're going to come together for food, fun, fellowship, and spiritual activity. That is a paid event. So you would have to register at soulcenteroc.com for that. Those are some of the things that are going on in our community, as well as our Sunday service. So please check it out and feel free to join us. And with that, I welcome you back. We are complete. Peace and blessings.
Namaste, Reverend. Thank you.
And namaste to you. Thank you.